What's up, gamers? It's Radzilla here, and we're back with another episode of Marvels of Magnan. Now, we're in for a little treat because he did say on that Sand River game that that was his last M4 game, but we actually have one more, so we're gonna go ahead and let Magnan break it down for you. So go ahead, bud.
Yeah, then I fought myself, this morning I'll play a couple M4, just reminisce the last little bit of joy I'll get ever from this tank. And I get Westfield with basically perfect and Encounter. Encounter Westfield is incredible because everyone is spawning top, which essentially means you get to farm way more. So, and you will immediately see here that I run V-stabs over HP is because I don't think that HP is needed. If you look at their lineup, there's no clip tanks that can really, remove a lot of HP from me instantly or track me constantly. So I will decide to take hard hitting on this one. You see the double renegade, the VK, the 777, the 60 TP. So really, tanks that cannot perma track me. So I definitely think that V-stab is the better play. Although you don't need V-stabs, it just really enhances how overpowered the gun is. And really important on a tank that is super tall with no armor on the side, you want to not play the big ridge, if that makes sense. To my left, you want to play where I exactly go, which will it will essentially get you free side shots. As you can see, nice shot there in the renegade. Really important to focus the people on the outside because as soon as they get to where my E50M is, your game is pretty much doomed on this map. Very nice shot on the 777 in the tank where you have AP loaded. You can basically perma track it constantly while it's, over angling. It's kind of like a nice 4. And you can already see right that in the first minute of the game, I'm already at 1600 damage, which
Yeah,
is pretty insane. The only time they could do this is the S-Conk. Um, Tomorrow, which is when this tank is going to get nerfed, which is on the 11th. I definitely think that the S-Conk will be much better than the M4 for the upcoming meta. The M4 will still be good, but definitely not by far the best option. And here I take a really unlucky shot. If you look on my tank, he Capola sniped me, which is, pretty unlucky, but to be fair, it's my hold side, so fair enough. And right here, you can see as soon as you clear out the outside, you can push to where I am, and you can basically farm everything that is pulling the ridge, such as the 60 TP. And he's tracked right there, and I will go for a very insane shot, which actually blows him up, which is, a pretty cool 2K, 1.6K shot, always helps. And here's an M46 with a 240 gun firing AG. That's a free shot without, you know, taking some sort of punishment. And you can see that in 2 minutes, it's already 8-0. This game's over. And I immediately noticed a really nice shot there on the
yeah, very
T30.
nice pixel pop.
Yup, you can on the T30 with a tank which has a 130 caliber gun, you can actually pen the top of the turret when it's looking sideways because of how the turret is made. It's made in the triangle form, which kind of makes it not a flat surface, but it's a pretty easy surface to pen. It's hard to hit though, but easy to pen. The 140 is kind of clueless, so I will get a free shot into him right here. And you can see that in around 3 minutes, I'm at 7k damage. Of course, I get an Amarak, which kind of helps a lot. But let's say that I didn't get the Amarak, right? I would be at, that's around 6.5 in 3 minutes, which is around 2k damage per minute, which is really good. And you can see that in less than 3 and minutes 10 seconds, it's 12 to 1 with 8.4k, which is by far I think my favorite game in the N4 because, well, stomps are not fun.
Yeah,
I made literally zero mistakes this game. I played a perfect game. I got the good team and the good spawn for encounter because from the other side, when you poke the ridge, you will get shot from people sitting on the cap sideways, which is really bad. It's really unbalanced in my opinion. If
yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
talking
true.
about, it's the spot where the scorpion is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
right,
really broken
like
spot.
right on the other side of the cap where they can knock one tree down. Have a
They knock
perfect
one tree
camo.
down and they're completely unlit and they can literally butt fuck your entire game.
Yeah,
So
everyone that's like playing this ridge is just getting their turret just lit up, side turret.
yeah, the only tank that I can you can still play that when there's a TD that is playing where the scorp is either the chief or something like a T-57. The reason is because the T-57 has a really trolly turret armor because it's made in a really weird shape, so you can get lucky bounces. But outside that, in a tank like the M4, you have no chance of bouncing anything
Yeah,
towards your side turret. So yeah, 9K in around 3 minutes and 45 seconds, which is pretty incredible. That's
yeah,
3K
insane.
BPM.
Like even though the ammo racked help, it was still like, what is that, 7.4 raw, essentially without the rack, but
Yeah,
insane.
and even if you don't count the Amarak, I would 100% think that I would get 2 shots on the 60 DP.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I'd say around 8.2K in 3
That's
minutes.
that's very true.
But that was actually my last M4 pub. I sold this tank. I do not want to play it anymore. It will not be good. And it feels good. I do want to give a real quick shout out to every player that really raced this thing towards the maximum DPG. I'd say shout out to Bar, Hector, Citizen, Sebastian, and you know Anthony, and all of us really pushed this tank to the max. I finished third highest DPG with 5985 over 103 battles, which is essentially the best DPG that was done because I sped run this tank in legit a single day to market. I played 100 battles in the day and finished near
Jeez.
6K. Yeah, Citizen finished at 6.1, Sebastian at 6K, but they took more time. But yeah, shoutouts to those two and Bar, 5,800 over 300 games. Really shows how an excellent player can make this thing really, really, really good. I mean, we've never seen those numbers on any tank. And if I was to think a replacement for this thing as a tech street tank, I would 100% say the S-Knock or the E5. That's basically the only two tanks that could replace this thing for solely damage farming and playing basically the same role. So yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty, well that'll be it for this replay, and apparently it'll be it for the M4 series as he sold it. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one.
See ya.